Now this is we were in chapter 4 and we had completed till verse 21. This was about karma yoga. So today we are going to further discuss karma yoga. There are three types of yoga which you know about. The first one is the Sankhya Yoga, more intelligent type. Second one is Karma Yoga, more action oriented. Third one is Bhakti Yoga, which is more devotion oriented. So these are the three yogas that we are tackling in the Bhagavad Gita. Now, for those who don't understand, today's day and age, it is very difficult for knowledgeable people to be around. Most of the people are born dumb. They don't have any brains. So the idea that they have to gather knowledge is a very strange phenomena. See, there was a time in the past where people could by heart an entire scripture and they could expound on it. They were sages and saints. Today's day and age, it is not easy for anybody to do that. They will use their cell phones and their internet to do all those things. Nobody does it on their own. So we have less of knowledge today. So people are not having that much amount of knowledge. Even today, if you see specialization we do in some fields, like somebody is a specialist in something. But even in that specialization also, he or she is not good at all. So knowledge is missing. Karma Yoga is what we are tackling just now. We have still not arrived at a conclusion, so I am going to leave it at that. So in the last verse, what we did was, you have to subdue your mind and body and give up all sense of enjoyments, free from craving. He who has performed sheer bodily action does not incur sin. Sinful actions. What are the sinful actions? Actions which are motivated by something are called sinful actions. Now here the term sin is not actually sin, it is karma. So you are saying, I want to eat this, and you are focused on eating it. It creates karma. You may say, what sin does it create? Nothing. You may say, nothing. What? I just ate some little, French fries. You know that? Okay, you have eaten just little bit of French fries. Maybe you felt a desire to eat, but that creates something which we say as karma. Because you are thinking about it. A lot of objects are used in it. I'm not talking about the potatoes and the oil and all that. No, I'm talking about the people, the places and the things. Right? The potatoes were grown somewhere. When they were grown somewhere, do you think when they were pulling out the potatoes from the roots, were many, creatures killed or no? Yeah. When you brought them home, you removed the mud from it and you washed them thoroughly. How many creatures died? Many. Then you peeled them. Many creatures died. Then you fried them in oil. Just imagine you are a creature in that potato. And if you are fried in a hot oil, what is going to happen to you? Imagine this. Now all these are sins. These are called karmas. You are associated with the karma. You are not understanding it. So karmic actions are very difficult to understand. How you do karma. So today we are going to learn about karma yoga in a different manner. So we will start today's satsang. We are doing Srimad Bhagavad Gita chapter 4 verse 22. The karma yogi who is contented with whatever is got, unsought, is free from jealousy and has transcended all pairs of opposites like joy and grief, and is equipoised in success and failure, is not bound by his action. Who is a karma yogi? A karma yogi is a contented person. See, the term contentment is never there in a human being. Why are you not contented? You always are living in a desire. The desire to do something. I want to do this. I want this in my life. I want to become successful. I want to eat this thing. I want to do this thing. All kinds of actions, you are having a desire at it, isn't it? Now, this is the positive desire. I want to make money. What is the negativity in this? I am the worst person on earth. I don't have any money. Nobody talks to me nicely. The whole world is against me. I am the worst creature on earth. When you are deriding yourself, you are also showing a desire. The desire is that the people should recognize you. The desire is that they should love you. The desire is that they should be appreciating you. It's a desire. That is why you are saying those negative words, isn't it? Your idea of desires are so many that you miss out on the bandwagon. You actually feel, oh, I don't want anything in this world. I am just a plain person. I have never asked for anything. That is a sign of a martyr. A martyr who will always say, I am always treated very badly. Equipoise in success and failure. Do you see the words over there written? Transcended all pairs of opposites. When somebody comes to me, first I pander to them so nicely. Oh, you are the greatest thing on planet Earth. You are so nice. You have taken the step. Women, especially women, when they come to me, I say, oh my God, you have, your husband must be afraid that you are coming and joining some Babaji, Swamiji or something like that. Your husband must be thinking you are going to have an affair with this guy. That kind of a thing. Or they are thinking, the family is thinking, oh, you are going to become a sannyasi. A sannyasi. Where am I going to go and have sex with? Whom am I going to make love to? That man is a fake person. He's thinking like this. And I pander to you very nicely. I say, my God, you are such a great person. You have joined us over here. I am so happy to see you over here. And when you are trying to progress in your world of spiritual and you are feeling very nice about it, Guruji praised me, He was talking so nicely about me. You don't understand. You should never take praise from anybody. What is written over here? Equipoised in success and failure. You have to transcend opposites of like joy and grief. And then the next step is I take one battering ram and I beat the hell out of them. I treat them like dirt. What kind of a shit person are you? You are a worthless human being. And then it is, I'm railroading them constantly. I'm giving them a peace of mind. They will always feel miserable. I am happy when they leave and go. You know what? These are the weak people in this world. They cannot stand God's. Nobody can stand in front of God. They would rather pander to their husbands, their children, their house, their parents, the whole world, their bosses. They have time for their bosses. They have time for their husbands. Spiritual world is not like this. If you are a weakling, you should not even sit for satsangs. I tell these people normally, if you are there in one satsang group of mine, can you please get out of this place because you are a worthless person. Don't join also. Because if you think God is smaller than your husband or your children, then why are you here? So I deride them constantly. think like this. All the great sages and saints have been made to do this. Because God is always testing whether your ego stands in the way or no. If your ego comes up, you'll say, oh, he's treating me so badly, I don't want to go to this person. Oh, they will keep on crying and they will keep on saying these words. And many of them have gone away. And I am really happy. Those idiots are going to become the next Kida Makodas of this world. Yeah, they will be serving all their family members and all. They will be born again. They have no scope with Krishna. No. Krishna doesn't even entertain them. He says, okay, fine, go to your husband. Go, get lost. Tomorrow he is going to become somebody else in your life, not your husband anymore. You got the point? You will have 100 husbands in your next 100 lifetimes. Each husband is going to treat you like this only. So understand this. Karma Yoga is not for weak people. It is not meant for a person who is always feeling bad about it or always gloating about it. I am the best, Really? The Karma Yogi is always contented with what comes to him unsought. Unsought means he is not craving for something. Whether it is, disaster in his life, whether people are dying in his life or some miserable scene has happened, you may have reached the rock bottom of your life. Karma Yoga path is meant for those people. You should be contented with what you get. Are you contented with what you get? If not, then you are not worth it. No, it's worthless. You're just wasting your life. Then you should go to all your local temples and keep on pandering to all those gods over there. God, give me this. God, give me that. My H1B visa is, nobody is, now extending it. Give it to me. Yes, I have some idiots in this world who are scared of this kind of thing. They think that, there is some government which is going to rule them. No, you don't understand. The authority is Krishna over there, not some local person. No government can handle it. No person in this world can handle it. End of the day, you are alive because of Krishna's grace. You are doing your work because of Krishna's grace. But you want to go and stay with whatever you want to, please go ahead. Nobody is asking you to come. So, you have to come unsought of anything. You should not even want anything. Most important, I want Krishna. Now, you cannot get Krishna. Krishna is not an object that you want. You think it's so easy, is it? No. So he is not going to come. There should be no jealousy with another person. Oh, she is doing much better. Our jealousy is like this. One disciple will say, do you notice that other one? She's always sticking to that Guruji, always with him. Really? And Guruji will only talk to her, nobody else. That is called jealousy. Have you ever noticed it? You have failed in Karma Yoga. You think it is not done deliberately so that you feel that? It's a deliberate action being conducted. Can you not understand? You are being tested. Test of spirituality is not like average thing. You want to be perfect as a Karma Yogi, you have to stand the test. You should not even have a twinge of jealousy also. Twinge, not even an iota. You have to be free from jealousy and free from opposites like joy and grief. Grief will come. Grief doesn't come to whom? Everybody dies. Everybody is going to cry. Understand? Somebody is going to fall sick. They are going to fall sick. Somebody is going to get injured. They are going to get injured. It is written in destiny. It is anyway going to happen. Just in the last 15 days, one lady, I don't know how much she wanted to come and meet me over here. She made elaborate plans to come and meet me. I had gone to her house earlier, no doubt about it. So, they had decided, she called up Rajma and decided, tomorrow morning I am going to come at this time. I will take a taxi and I will come. Already the whole thing was decided. I had not made any preparations at all. Normally, if somebody is coming, my preparations is always there. The food will be ready, things are going to be ready and all that. So this lady was going to come with one more person, one relative of hers. Now they have heard us, they know us, they are following us, no doubt about it. So the previous evening, a phone call comes. I met with a massive accident. The person is not allowed to come. The universe will not even allow a person who is mean, who has acted in a derogatory fashion, to even enter a temple. You should know this. They will never be allowed after that again. So this is something which people don't understand. You see, there is nobody against them. They are against themselves. The person had spoken very derogatory things about me. He's an old man, like thinking that they are all having affairs with me. Sorry, you don't understand. I'm not an old man or somebody like that. So you can't speak ill. You can't say bad words. You can't do this. You have to have equanimity of mind, even when you are getting trashed. Or even if I say, wow, you are doing a great job, don't get carried away by those words. You will fall down immediately. No praises, nothing. A karma yogi is a person who should not run after praises, nor even get bothered when that person is put under a car or something like that. No, don't bother your head about it. Why? Karma yoga is not for weak people. You have to be equipoised in success and failure also. Are you equipoised in your failures? The first thing a person does, a woman does, is cry. The moment you come to know your husband is divorcing you, immediately start crying. Immediately there is a problem in your life. The kind of things people go through. No. There is Krishna who is taking care of you. Why are you so much bothered about it? So you got to have equipoise of mind, balanced mind. Don't get upset. Now you may say, it is very easy to say, Guruji, how to not get upset? I have so many problems in my life. Who doesn't have problems? Problems are there in everybody's life. You understand? The idea is not to get carried away by problems. You see, you get carried away by problems. I have seen women who for 1 month, 2 months, they will get into that zone of theirs. They call it a zone, a space, mind space. Nobody talks to me. Nobody treats me like this. And they will keep on thinking all the negative stuff in the world. Why is the mind so powerful? Why? Is your mind so weak that it can keep on dictating your life, what you are supposed to do? Why is God not there in your life then? Why is mind talking? Why is God not talking? Think on those lines. The greater the problems, Your job is to find solutions, not to be a weakling and take your jholi and put it in front. Jholi means what? That we have, please God, give me relief. What are you, a beggar? Don't beg in front of God, because any which way He can't do anything. No God can change your life. Your destiny is your destiny. It is always written. Okay? I'll just give you a story of yesterday. So there is this lady who is suffering from terminal cancer. Okay? And I told this person, when you are going to meet her, let me talk to her. Now, this person was undergoing all therapies, all that radiation and all those things. Okay, now this lady was going through, she is 45 years old, 45, 46 years old. Her spleen has been removed. Most of her body parts have been removed. She is living on drips and everything, and they had given her 6 months max. So when that happened, so I said, make a call from there. The person who visited that place was so disturbed that forgot completely that I am supposed to talk. See, even in the worst case scenario, I have seen people on their deathbed will call me and talk to me. It is called freedom. At least they know where they are going then. Now yesterday this happened. I was waiting for the call. Finally at 10 o'clock, the person writes to me, I am going home. Oh, completely forgetting that I had said these are the words, you should do this. Now, all this is an instruction. It was not casually telling that person. I was not telling them casually, okay, when you go there, give me a call. No? I was not there as an average person. Oh my God, you're suffering from cancer. I'm so sorry to hear that. And the husband, oh, I'm so happy. What can I do for... all that crying nonsense that everybody does. I am not interested in that. That person can talk to me. There will be relief in that. But nobody was interested. That is their misery. I can't help them anymore. So this is how it is. Karma yoga is to be done desireless. No desires. And when you have no desires whatsoever, the action that you perform without getting disturbed, you are not pulling the right and left and right and left. You are not disturbed by anything in this world. You do your actions. And when you do that actions, you are doing something which is very, very strange. It is called Nishkam Karma. The karma which doesn't fructify in your life at all. It is not going to come to bite you. Verse 23, all his actions get dissolved entirely. Who is free from attachments and has no identification in the body is free from the feeling of mindness, whose mind is established in the knowledge of the self, who works merely for the sake of sacrifice. So here the answer is, any action that you do which is a non-motivated action, the previous verse we are saying, an action which is not colored by anything. You're not bothered that somebody is going to praise you, somebody is going to trash you. You're not bothered that you are going to be treated badly or not treated badly. You're not bothered about somebody has to be, kind to you or not kind to you. No. You're doing the action just for the sake of doing the action. Do you get the point? It is called non-motivated action, but the action is important. Please understand, you can't say, I am not going to do that action. You know, when you say these words, do you remember we had done something few weeks back? Action, inaction and prohibited action, correct? What is an action? Something that is performed. What is inaction? Something you will not perform because it will lead you to karma. And the third one, prohibited action, something which you are not supposed to do. Don't do. This is prohibited by law. So if you do an action, action is important. Even the yogis who are there in the Himalayas, they may be sitting in one place, but they have to perform action. Everybody is supposed to. There are no exceptions. All people, all creatures on this planet Earth have to perform actions. So action is important. So don't say, I don't want to perform an action. But it should be completely free from attachment. There should be no attachments. What attachments? I am doing it because of this reason. There is no because, if, but and all those things. When you do actions for your family members, are you doing it because you are related to them? Yeah, you are. Are you doing some action for your companies and wherever you are working? Why are you doing them? End of the day, you are getting your money. That is why you are doing it. You are not doing it for any... That means the action is motivated by money, isn't it? When you are doing it for the family, the action is motivated by what we say as attachment to those people. Correct? Or sometimes you hate your mother-in-law or somebody like that so much that even if she says, get me a cup of tea, you will behave as if you have never heard it. That is also motivated action, isn't it? Not doing it, that is also karma. Someday you will also become a mother-in-law, no? You think it's not going to come and bite your ass? It is going to. Everything comes back in a circle. Please remember this. If not in this life, in your next life maybe. So, actions which should never be motivated by anything. You have to perform them without attachment. No attachment. Because this person is related to me. Because that person is not related, I won't do this action. No, you have to do it without attachment and no identification. Identifying yourself as a wife, as a daughter, as a sister, as a grandmother or something like that. Don't identify yourself with any of these, designations that you have in your life. If you are going to identify yourself with some designation, in your next life, do you think you are going to meet the same person? I don't think so. Last time, I don't know whether I gave you all this example, where I said that you may be 40 years old and you may be dead today. Your husband will live for 100 years maybe. How many lives you will have after 40? You are dead now. You may come back as some bird also, no? You think your husband has a bird, because as a bird you will get a bird husband. You think that is the same husband that you have today? I don't think so. And you will be dead in 5 years' time. You may be born as maybe a pig or something like that. You get a pig husband. You think that is the same husband that you have today? So what is this seven lifetimes I will be the same wife of yours? All that is utter nonsense. Don't go by all those nonsensical things. Saptapadi doesn't mean that. No such thing. There is nothing like that. You prove it to me, no? Logically think about it. Are you going to meet the same person? Never in your other lifetimes. Are you going to have the same children? I don't think so. You may not even meet any children of yours. So why are you so much bothered about them? In your last life, you had another husband. Can you imagine that? You had another husband, you had a number of children. Why are you not thinking about them? It's the same soul, no? Our attachment to people, places and things is so high that we get carried away. That is why he says, do not identify yourself with this body. This body of yours is a painful thing. Don't identify yourself. See, when you do something, It has to be done with a sense of duty only. That's it. But no attachment. No attachment. It should be done without attachment and without identification. And there should be not a minus in that. Minus, mine. This is mine. This is my house. This is my children. These are my properties. This is my husband. No. The mineness should not exist. Think. Why should mineness be there? Very funny thing, I'll tell you one story from the Puranas. Now, Radharani, have you heard of Radharani? Radharani is a young girl. She is carrying baby Krishna in her arms. You know how children hold small babies, no? So when she is holding him in her arms, Krishna, he is a mischievous person. He is trying his stunts over there. She gets very upset. And then she gets angry. What is this child up to? Child. And then she drops him. I don't want this baby of mine. This Krishna is useless fellow. Suddenly one person appears over there. She recognizes him because everybody recognizes Brahmaji. So Brahmaji comes over there. And he looks at her and tells her, Radharani, what are you doing? She bows down to him. Radharani bows down to touch Brahmaji's feet. Krishna is sitting on the one small, there is the place is there in Vrindavan, by the way. You can go and see that place. There's a one, it's a one. One means a forest. He is sitting on one stone. He is not bowing to anybody. When Brahmaji comes, he also does namaskar to him. And then what happens? Brahmaji is looking at Radharani. She is bowing down to him. Brahmaji gets very upset about it. He said, no, you don't bow down to me. She says, why? You are Brahmaji, you are the greatest God of all. He says, no. And then he touches Radharani's feet. She gets very upset about it. She says, what? Why are you doing this? You are Radharani and he is Sri Krishna. He is the master of this universe and you are the mistress of this universe. How can I not bow down to you? Then she is upset. And when she is upset, she says, but I don't understand this. Then she gets the memory that she and Sri Krishna are one and the same and they are married. And that is when Brahmadev marries these two people. Krishna is by then a young person and Radharani is a young, they both look very young. And he does that fairas over there. She makes, she has to do the 7 fairas around Krishna and Krishna is sitting in the middle. Gets married. Now, after some time, Brahmaji says, thank you very much and goes away. Radharani forgets about the whole thing. Because it is literally like a dream. She's again carrying the child and going to give the child to the mother, Yashoda Maiya. And she puts the child over there. This fellow is acting very funny, I don't like this. She goes away. In that life of hers, she gets married to a person called Abhimanyu Ayan. Her father Vrishabhan is there and her brother is there. His name is Sri Dama. Now Sri Dama had cursed Radha Maiya. I will see how you will get Krishna in this life of yours. I will ensure that you will not even meet Krishna. And he and his father marry Radharani to another person. His name is Abhimanyu He is also a gwala, but he is a very rich man. She never gets to meet him. But remember that scene from the forest where Brahmaji came? Now I want you to think about it. The attachment to the body can be so high. She doesn't remember Krishna is her husband. No. They live in Golok Vrindavan. This is how it works. Nobody understands the reality of these beautiful actions in this world. That is why as a jiva, as a soul, don't have attachments for anybody. No. Never show I know something, I am the greatest or I am the worst. That mindness. Mindness means that I is so strong, I am the worst person on earth. Nobody treats me nicely. Myself. I am the best. I know everything. I can do what I feel like. No, both these mindness should not be there. Then only when you give up all these things, then you will be established in the self. The jiva that is there, the atma that is there, you are going to be lost in that and you are going to be completely at the feet of Sri Krishna. And you do your job for the sake of doing the sacrifice. I have already explained sacrifice. Sacrifice doesn't mean that yagyas which we perform. No, that is nothing to do with that. Sacrifices are performed constantly. With your eyes you see. With your nose you smell and you breathe. With your mouth you eat and you talk also. With your ears you are listening. All these activities, when they are non-motivated, with your hands you work, with your legs you walk, all these actions are there. All these actions, they should be not motivated and they have to be done for the sake of doing. How? Simple answer. Let us say you are hearing somebody speak. Let the person speak whatever they want to. Why are you judging the person? You may overhear somebody say, her food is the worst, she doesn't even know to cook. What happens to you immediately? I cook so nicely. These people think no end of themselves. What do they think? I have been doing this cooking. The thought process happens, no or no? And when that thought process happens, what happens to you? The I, me, minus is coming into the picture, isn't it? So it is not called a sacrifice. It is called karmic action. You have to pay for it. An action which is performed non-motivated, you don't have to pay for it at all. It is nishkam karma. So in the practice of seeing Brahma, everywhere is a form of sacrifice. Brahma is the ladle with which oblation is poured in the fire. Brahma is the oblation. Brahma is the fire. Brahma itself is the sacrificer. And so Brahma itself constitutes the act of pouring the oblations into the fire. And finally Brahma is the goal to be reached by him who is absorbed in Brahma as the act of sacrifice. This looks like a very tough verse for us. No, let me make it very simple. Your body doesn't belong to you. No. It belongs to this earth. It belongs to Prakriti. What belongs to Prakriti? Your body belongs to Prakriti. Even if you are having some DNA of some mother and father, doesn't mean that they own you. Sorry. That DNA is also belonging to Prakriti only. Your mother is Prakriti. It's not your mother, father, nothing. Nobody is here. The husband's body is also Prakriti, Mother Nature. It's not yours. Just like your body is not yours, his body is not his. Your children's body is also Prakriti only. These are ingredients which we have taken from the earth, from Prakriti, from Mother Nature. She has provided. Think about it. If you cannot get this clear in your head, look at it this way. I am planting today a banana tree. Banana plant is there. Those who know how bananas are planted. So I am planting one banana. From that one tree comes, it gives a very big bunch of bananas. The moment it gives me the bunch of bananas, I am supposed to break that bunch and I am supposed to send it to the market. What is the next thing that I do? I cut the tree at the bottom. Chop. That's it. That tree is gone. That bananas which came is gone to the market. This tree which is there is been cut, it is put in dustbin or wherever it is. Both these have no value. Now, after some time, one more banana tree comes up over there. This tree grows into a big banana tree. From that, some more bananas are made. Again I cut them, again I cut the tree, send this to the market, this is thrown into the dustbin. It keeps on happening continuously. Can you keep on saying that this is who you are? No. Every year you get mangoes, no? Every year you get or no? Can you say that is the same mango as the earlier? No. The only thing which has come to the new mango is the DNA, RNA, these, that, all ingredients. All material worldly ingredients. The water from this soil, water. Then the soil is there. Then all these chemicals, this, that. You are a chemical body. Nothing belongs to you. And yet you are taking ownership of that item which is not even yours. I hope you get the point. Everything belongs to God. Ingredients are prakritis. The soul of yours belongs to Brahma. Brahma means the divine unmanifest. Your soul is not yours. It belongs to Brahma. So if you take the body, Brahma's property. If you take what you are doing in this life, it is Brahma's job. He is making you work for that. So what he says over here is very simple. You have to practice to see Brahma in everything. Can you see God in everything? Brahma. Brahma means unmanifest. Divinity. Can you see divinity in that kela, that banana? Can you see divinity in that tree, the banana tree? No. You better see it. The soil which is there belongs to Prakriti. Prakriti is the mother who gives all the ingredients. Who is the father? Brahma, who gives you the soul. What is inside of you? It's called spirit soul. So the mother gives you ingredients, and the one who gives you this soul, this life of yours, is Brahma, unmanifest. We call him Narayana. If you are those who have been doing with me Srimad Bhagavatam, in Srimad Bhagavatam I have stopped posting on YouTube, by the way. Do you know this? After this there will be no posting. So if you join the satsang, you will at least get to hear it. So the father is Brahma. Brahma. And the mother is Prakriti. So these two ingredients come together to create you. But your ego says, I am great. Who is I? So remember, everything, the practice, you have to do this practice of seeing Brahma in everything. See Brahma everywhere. In the sacrifice also. Eating, drinking is also. What are you eating? Brahma you are eating. What are you hearing? Brahma you are hearing. Got the point or no? Brahma is the ladle. Ladle means, suppose you are doing some, now you are making some curry. When you are making a curry, you are using a ladle to make the curry in one pot. So understand this. What you are using as a ladle, that is activity. Activity. You are doing it, no? That activity is also Brahma. The pot is also Brahma. The ingredients in that thing is also Brahma. What? All the dals that you use, everything that you use, that is also Brahma. So, the oblation is the Brahma. What dal happens after that, that curry which you make, that is also Brahma. The fire is also Brahma, on which you have made it. Brahma itself is the sacrificer, the one who is going to eat it. The one who is going to eat it is also Brahma. So in all this, the act of pouring the oblation into the fire, pouring everything inside, eating it, that you are doing it, isn't it? That is also Brahma. Finally, it becomes energy in your body. That is also Brahma. And it gets absorbed in your body. As sacrifice gets absorbed. That is also Brahma. What is yours in this case? Why are you having this ego that everything is mine, this is mine, that is mine, that is mine? Don't have that mindness in you. We'll do one last verse, 25. Other yogis duly offer sacrifice only in the form of worship to gods, while others perform sacrifice by offering the self itself into the fire of Brahma. I think we will not do this verse because these verses, next few verses are together. So we will stop at verse 24 just to tell you that everything in this world, anything that you see, touch, feel, experience, including the unmanifest divinity that you are, everything is God alone. He has extended himself into you. So don't have that ego that I am somebody. You are nobody. Next life you will be maybe a bird, maybe an animal, maybe a bee, maybe something else. You may become a tree. The banana tree that we were talking about. It could be you, no? Now one small story before we end. Small story. Now there was this conference going on in the heavens. There is a heaven of all the sages. Those who are doing my Bhagavatam, they know this story, but I am just repeating it for those who don't do the Bhagavatam with me. Now what happens over there, Sri Krishna is sitting in the middle and all the great yogis are sitting around him, all the sages are sitting around him. Everybody is sitting. So, Sri Krishna is telling these people in the heavens of the sages, he says, you know what? In this planet Earth, we are going to have a new baby is going to be born. There is a new baby to be born in a village called Dehu. Dehu is in Maharashtra. It is 20-30 kilometers from Pune city. So there is a baby that is going to be born. Already the mother is pregnant. She is due to deliver in a few days' time. Few days' time. Remember this. Which of you would like to go? So everybody, can I go? Namdev, you know Namdev, Tukaram, we say Namdev. So Namdev is sitting over there. How many of you know the story of Namdev when he said, I eat lunch with Krishna? Remember that story, Visoba Khetsa. So his boss is also there. That means his guru is also there. He is also there. Everybody is there. So when that is happening, Sri Krishna is asking him, Namdev, you want to go? He said, yeah. You know, you are going to be a miserable person down there. Because first and foremost, I am going to give you as much miseries as you can. Including you are getting a wife who is going to be so bad that she is going to keep on calling you names just because you take my name. Is it okay with you? The whole world is going to be against you. He says, no, I have no problem. I would still like to be your devotee. So now, this is the womb of this lady. Go and enter this body and be that person. So the child is born to her. Namdev is born as Tukaram Maharaj. If you have heard of Tukaram. So Tukaram comes to birth. And then Tukaram's job is what? Namdev was told by Sri Krishna, you have to write my poetry continuously. And who is Namdev? None other than Narada's form only. So Tukaram is born on earth. Now I want you to think about these words, what I said. There is a child going to be born over there. The life force I put in that body. Who does? The child may be born dead also because it is only ingredients. Carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, you know, all those, helium, this thing, that thing. These are just ingredients. Namdev, go and be the life force in that body. You be that person. Can a little knowledge go in your head now? Your mother and father can give you chemicals. They can't give you life. Nah. Life is always given by God. Today you are fortunate enough to listen to these words. Think of all the unfortunate people in your life or somebody else's life which have never heard these words before. Did you even know about this? God puts this soul, this divine soul in that place. Otherwise you are an ordinary human being. Janta. You know Janta? They say in one of the movies, they say Aam Admi. Mango people. You are mango people. But today you have the privilege to listen to the Bhagavad Gita. So you are a privileged lot. Be very faithful to this privilege that you have got. You are that Brahma. You are that divinity which is there in you. Don't go and waste it on some human beings and some people in your life. Think about God and just do the duty for them. Like Radharani served her husband. But she was constantly thinking of Krishna. Some other time I will tell you the story how she thinks of Krishna. Alright? So we have come to the end of this satsang and we will stop over here for today.